Hello everybody and welcome back to Farming Simulator 25. So today we're going to be doing something a little bit different to the previous episodes. We're going to be buying a forest, and specifically this forest just here. The intention is to take down all of the Scotch pine trees. I don't think the other types are going to be suitable for our fire, like there's a betula here, also known as a birch, silver birch, Chinese elm. Yeah, so this one here, Scotch pine. These just seem perfect to process with a chainsaw and the telehandler with the truck, with the flatbed. So we're going to buy this, but we don't have enough money. So my intention is to take out a loan of £60,000, which is actually more than what we need, but it's just to play it safe because we probably do need money for other stuff. But also today, we're going to have a worker harvesting a contract for us. Noah here is going to be harvesting for number 8. And it is a spinach field. So you can see we are going to be taking the crop to the canning factory, which is a place we've been to quite a few times already. We also do get a decent sized Fendt tractor with this red cramp trailer. So I think this is going to pay off. Of course, we're going to have to borrow the items, which will reduce the reward by £600, but really that's not too bad. So we'll just get that set up first of all, because the sooner that is done the better. And it does seem that the contracts are timed, or at least they do have a deadline. You have to get it done by a certain time. So yes, for number 8, it's not too far from here. I've probably gone, yes, I haven't really gone the best way here, but it will get us to our destination. I am hoping that we're not going to have to do too much here, because when I did the I think it was the spinach before, yes, it seemed to take a long time to fill. So with a bit of luck, we're just going to have to do a little bit of carting. It's a big field. It is a big field, and we're definitely going to have to get the worker to go around the headland a few times. So I did actually demonstrate the spinach harvest a few episodes ago, but it is now the worker's turn to do this because we are obviously very busy sorting out the trees. The other thing about the trees, well, actually I'll explain it in a minute because it's yeah, it's all to do with the farm, building the farm. So yes, I think probably 5 laps of the headland makes sense. That does seem to be a logical amount to do. So hopefully the worker can just get this done. We do need to bring the tractor and trailer over. Of course, when we get back to the field, we're going to see if the worker is still continuing without any issues. Hopefully it is. Got little strobe beacons on this tractor. So Fendt 720. So, yeah, let's go left this time. I think that was probably a faster way to go. Decent sized trailer. Nice and big. We've got our cab suspension, seat suspension. So there, you can't really miss it. The big yellow harvester over there. Of course, we can see how much of the contract has been completed, but we can't see remotely how full that machine actually is. But it will tell us when it's 80% full, and of course it will tell us when it's full. So is it moving? Yeah, I think it is. It seems to be doing the headland now. That's good. I think I probably positioned it in the worst possible place for it to start off. And yeah, it's the field next to this little stream. So yes, this traction trailer obviously wants to be in the field but out of the way. So I think I'll probably just put it down here, away from where the worker is going to turn. There we go, that should be fine. And yes, the spinach harvester, as you can see, is getting on no problem at all. Already 6% full, so it's not slow, but at the same time it's not going to be full in 2 minutes. So that gives us plenty of time to start sorting out the forest. So yeah, the forest in question, plot number 79. Plot 79 is 2.95 acres and it costs £71,688. So to play it safe, we are going to take out a loan of £60,000, giving us a total of 87 in the bank account. So yeah, back onto that menu, back to the field, back to the forest. We'll buy that. And of course we do need to buy a chainsaw and we need to buy a grab for the telehandler. So I guess we'll just take the telehandler over to the store now. We do have other stuff to do as well. We've got the fields to re-drill, but I think that's probably going to be done in the spring, because I'm going to be doing rice, which is put in with the transplanter, which is done in the spring. And the other fields will probably be spring crops anyway, like oats or soybeans or something like that. So actually, it's good to see that we've got 2 pallets so far of rice saplings, which we have grown ourselves, just down here. Yep, so if we ever get too many of these, we can sell them for a pretty decent sum of money. I think it's £10,000 roughly for 1,000 litres. I don't know how many litres are in a pallet, but still, very good money. Okay, yeah, so let's head off, and hopefully let's get some trees cut down. So the thing I was going to say a minute ago was we don't just need the trees for money. We are going to sell some for lumber, but we also need them so that we can build our own shed, because we're going to construct our own shed from scratch, from the ground up. And yes, we do need our raw building materials to do that. Of course, we do need the sawmill as well, although you probably can buy the products that you require, but I would much prefer to make them. I think if we buy them, it's not as fun, and it will be a lot more expensive long term. Because we did buy this machine used, you can see the maintenance gauge is not looking too good. I wonder how much it would cost to repair this. We don't have much surplus money. Yeah, £10,000. That is the disadvantage of buying a machine used. So, telehandler tools, we need the log grab. It is still the single thumb, finger, whatever it's called, grab. So, it's also quite expensive. We're going to have to use this today, unless we can put something on a tractor, a front loader. Probably not. I've just checked the sale. Well, there's no tractors in here, but there is the Vadestad Rexius 1230 roll, which I would love to have. That is a very good discount as well. But we'll have to see how we do. We'll have to see how we do with the wood. So yes, we're going to have to go for it. I didn't buy it, did I? No. Okay. So yes, let's buy it. And we also need to buy the chainsaw, of course. So if we get back into the store category, we should be able to find hand tools. There we go. And I think I'm going to go for a steel. There we go. So for the first time in FS25, let's get chopping. And by the time we get back to the forest, we might have to teleport back to the Fendt tractor to unload the harvester, potentially. We've got to keep it moving, because we can't just have the workers sitting around. That'd be very costly. And we've got to get the contract done before time runs out. I don't think it's not done by the clock, it's not like a countdown, but you do have to have it done in a certain number of hours. I think basically before the season changes, from what I can tell, before it withers. We will have to reconfigure the truck to a flatbed, but let's just get some wood sorted out first. We are going to be going into the foggy forest, although I think the forest is just above the fog line. Yes, it is just above it. So it shouldn't be too foggy where we're going. And in fact, yeah, this is a good starting place. So this is my field. I can fell a tree across it if I want to. This will be my very first tree that I cut down in FS25. And I'm sure I will cut down thousands and thousands before the next game comes out. So how do we open up our hand tool? Let's have a look here. I have to press 2. Okay. So, could put a wedge in it, but I'm just going to cut it. I'm just going to cut it there. So close to the Merlot. But you're looking at a trained professional. No, not really. Anyway, let's trim off these branches. And I really don't know how much money we're actually going to make from these trees. But I hope it's good. I do hope it's good. So this is going to be cut in half. I'll just pick it up at this end first. And I'm hoping to get a full truckload. That is my intention. For anybody who has watched my videos before, I've never really got on with this particular grab. I do prefer the one on the front loader, but it's the only one which will fit to the telehandler. Okay, so we do need to turn it over like this to remove all the branches. That should be okay. Right. Like a hot knife through butter. So how is the harvester getting on? 41%. It actually unloads on the left side, so yeah, it's going to have to be going the other way, although it's probably not going to be, so we're going to have to drive in the crop, annoyingly. Right, the truck. Here it is. I'll go and reconfigure it, and we'll get back here. It needs to be a flatbed. So we actually can buy a sawmill for just £36,000. FS25 does have some much cheaper productions, including some canning factories, the sawmill as I've already mentioned, great processing unit, all that sort of stuff, all like a really small scale production of what we used to have. So this does open up a lot of possibilities to smaller farms like ours. We are going to be getting that small sawmill. We might have to take out another loan, I'm sure we will do, but that should pay for itself fairly quickly. And of course we'll get the products, we'll get the beams, we'll get the planks to be able to build our shed from scratch, which is a lot cheaper. An awful lot cheaper. So I'm really looking forward to it. In this episode and the next episode we should be able to get the shed done. So this is getting the raw materials. Next episode hopefully it's going to be building the shed, building the new yard. So without any further ado, let us load up the truck. I'll put it here so we don't crush it with another tree, and hopefully this all goes very well. It's going pretty well. Oh, hey, where are you going? Wait there. You naughty log. Sliding log. Yes, I am squeezing these pretty hard with the telehandler, but that is because I'm cutting them, of course, so I don't want them all just to fall on the floor. Also, we do have a bit of foliage just here. Let me just try and prune that off if I can do. Where is the branch for that? There we go. So, obviously I'm improvising here. This is not the best machine to be using. Oh no, because I cut it when it was strapped, it's completely unstrapped it. Well, it gives me the opportunity to tidy everything up. Yeah, so yeah, as I said, this is not the best vehicle to be using for logs, but it's all we've got, so we've got to use it. I should have probably tidied that up first, because these are probably going to end up on the ground. Luckily, we're not really going far with these at all. Careful. I said careful, Daggerwin. That's not very careful. I get the feeling I'm losing some. Okay, well that would do for tidying. Now I just need to pick these up again. Maybe they're light enough to pick up by hand. Oh, they are. Nice. And I think we'll do one more tree. There we go. Like, we could just take one tree at a time on the telehandler to the yard, because that's where the sawmill is going to be. But it just doesn't seem like the right thing to do. But yeah, we've got space for one more tree on there. I'm just looking for another Scotch pine tree. Well, there's a baby one just there, but I don't think we should take that one down yet. It's got plenty of potential to grow some more wood, some more timber. Here's one, but I'm just a little bit concerned if I fell it, it's going to fall and then slide down the mountain. Which would probably be hilarious to see. Good. But yes, it wouldn't have been too good for us. And a complete waste of a tree. Where is the mountainside? I might end up falling down there. Ugh, there it is. Right, okay. Let's get it loaded up as well. %full. I don't know what the capacity is of this trailer, but I'm hoping that it all fits. It looks pretty big. Spinach! Look at that. One of the new crop types. And there it is in the trailer. A load of leaves. Right, so it's 85% full. It's enough to go. We're going to have to go. Let's go and take it to the sell point. The worker can continue. The worker is doing a fabulous job there. And it's been a bit slow because it's been doing the headland, so it's manoeuvring a lot. But once it starts to go up and down the field, that should speed everything up. Should make everything a lot easier. So, yeah, I think we just join this road over here. Somewhere. We're going to have to go back up here, though. Annoyingly. And then I think we can just cut down to the canning factory. Yes, we do. We're going to have to go through the town. It's not too much of an issue. We get to see the neons. Oh, look at the neon lights in the reflection on the bonnet. It almost feels weird driving a tractor down this street. But it's the way to go. And a lot of this area is actually one way. So this is pretty much the only way to go, except for the coastal road. Yes, there are red lights. There's not a lot of traffic though, and I'm very tempted just to go through them. I don't know what to do for the best, really. At least we have neon signs and LED signs to look at. Bubble. Welcome to Kang's Tin Factory, since 1951. We should get an update on how much has been transported. So the contract is 30%, transportation is 20%. So, well, it wasn't a full load, but potentially we're going to have to do 5 loads. I'll take this back to the field, and then I think we're going to have to get another loan extension so we can build the baby sawmill. I think that's probably the best name for it. And then we can start to produce our own planks and beams, some of which we'll use ourselves, and the others will be sold. Must have done 3 headlands now, surely. 3 laps of the headland? This might be the first time it goes up and then down. Or indeed down and up. So I will just park once again over here. we'll keep it out of the way because the worker doesn't want to take the tractor, otherwise it would just get upset. And yes, we are now ready for our sawmill. This must be quite heavy. So the sawmill is going to be built on our existing yard. We are going to be expanding the yard, but we're not quite ready for that. We're going to do one more harvest, I think we are, on the field over here. Although maybe not. Or I suppose what we could do is we could just reduce the size of the field. We could put a shed up, and then anything which is left we could drill. This area here. But yes, the sawmill is going to go here. We might sell those storage sheds, potentially. I will just show you these factories. So, as you can see here, it's a small, very, very small sawmill. There's a small spinnery, sugar mill, tailor shop. There's more up here, oil mill, freight processing unit, grain mill, dairy, carpentry, preserved food factory, and bakery. So you do get a much smaller version of those big ones, but you do get the big ones as well. So yeah, we need £36,000. We're going to get quite a bit of money from the contract, but that's a little while away. So I think what I'm going to do is sell that building. I'm pretty sure we don't need that building. Metal sheet garden shed. £2,388, yeah. Goodbye. I actually don't think we need either. I don't think I need either. So that's a bit of money back in again. But we do need probably another £20,000. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Extending our loan to 80,000. And we can now construct our little sawmill. Is this the best place for it? I would say so. Oh, can we not afford it? Oh no, we're still £1,000 shy of where we need to be. Ooh, a different ground texture. We can of course change that with the construction menu, but not at the moment. So as you can see, we do have this bandsaw, the Wood Miser, LT15, and that is going to process the wood for us. It actually has a V-twin petrol engine. Right, let's deliver the wood. Because it is small, obviously it's not going to have a very large capacity. It might also be quite slow, I'm not too sure. But that's fine, because we can just take the rest of the wood to the big sawmill and we can get paid for it. We can just sell it as lumber. Oh, it did take it all. Well, that's good. So into production, so we can see we've got the sawmill here. We've got long planks, standard planks, and wooden beams. I want to make all of those. So we'll just hopefully produce things quickly and keep feeding it. It has a capacity of 14,000 litres. We've just delivered 7,659. So let's get back to the forest and let's get load number 2. was just looking around at the other types of trees, and really, I don't know which one is the best. The Scots pine looks to be the easiest, but then it looks to be a serious amount of wood in others, like the Chinese elm. So let's just see what happens when I try and process this tree. Because that is massive, but is it going to be difficult to delimb? Oh no, it looks quite easy. Okay, so we will probably mix and match. As you've just seen, the spinach harvester is, well, it's empty again. It was full again. Yeah, somewhere here I can trim this. There we go. Right. There must be some pretty serious wood in that. I wonder if I should just take it as one big lump. Well, one big lump. There's no other way of describing it. It looks like a lump. Come on, lump. Let's get going. Yeah, I didn't think that was too bad. What I would do is I'd check to see how many litres are in the production before I put it in there, and then we'll see what it gets to when I drop it into there. I don't think this sort of tree should be put on the lorry. It doesn't make much sense, it's just going to be awkward. That is ideal for those nice, straight, long pieces. But lumps like this will just have to go straight into the production. So currently, the sawmill has got 7,596 litres in it. And now it has 9,364, so yes, that was definitely worth it. Very little effort needed for that, and a significant amount of wood. Okay, right, I'm hoping, yes, that it has emptied again. It's almost emptied again. It's just sitting here waiting for us. Just really because I want to try and get a full load, although that was only a little bit extra, amazingly. Okay, it's a big job, but we are somehow almost 50% complete. I really don't know how. I will see you over at the canning factory. It would make sense if this is about 38 to 40% transportation complete. That's made the overall contract 50% complete. I'm going to go with 40% for transportation. Ah, oh, so close. 41%. So yeah, it really is looking like 5 loads in total, but not 5 full loads. We've got space for a few more logs on the truck. Yeah, there are some absolutely massive trees. I don't know, maybe it is just worth taking down some really chunky trees and transporting them back with this, instead of loading them up. Look at this one. That must be a betula, but that looks so chunky. Wow. Oh, what? Look at this one. Is that another elm? Oh no, it's not. It's a Tilia amurensis. I'm going to cut it down. Let's see what we can get from it. Let's see if we can actually transport it. Oh, maybe the chainsaw's a bit too small. What a mighty chainsaw this is. Wow. Goodness, I'm sure the bar isn't long enough, but not to worry. Also, we're getting a length out. 11.5 metres must be the height of this tree. Oh yes, it did it. It did it. Well, I think it's safe to say that I bought a saw, and the saw won, although that tree is still standing, but that's just luck. Come on, telehandler. Let's deal with it. Next thing is the sawmill will say, it's too big, and it really is too big, but let's just see what it does say. How many rings? Crikey, well I'm not counting them, but yeah, that is quite an old tree. We'll just take off a few branches if we can do. I don't know if we can do actually. It really isn't the type of tree we should be targeting. How am I going to carry that? Well, it doesn't seem that heavy. judging by the way the telehandler is pushing it around. But let's see. Let's see what we can do with it. No, it's heavy. It's definitely heavy. We'll cut it here. Wow. And, well, I would like to take some of that upper weight out of it, but can't really get up there. We need to bring it out into the field where it's open. Yeah, it's possible to delimit. I'll just climb up it and take some of these limbs off. What a beast. Wow. Right, well that's given me much more space and visibility to be able to remove some of these upper branches. You can sort of see which ones come off because they're a different shade, different texture pattern. Goodness, well there we go. A mighty tree, and that's not all of it. The only thing which is bad about what I'm doing here is the soil compaction on that field. Yeah, I'm driving over it quite a bit, but I'm hoping the reward is going to be worth it. I've just demolished a farmhouse as well. Oh no, Walter's seen me. Good grief. I ran away. Right. There you go, sawmill. Something for you to play with. It's not going to take it, is it? It's not going to take it. Oh no. Well, I'm hardly surprised. What if I take off some smaller bits? 3.8 tons. There we go, we've got a weight. I wonder if the bigger sawmill would take it. Yeah, I wonder. Let me just take off this side branch. If it takes this, then it would take all of it if it's processed. Aha! There we go. So it's pushing the limit. We're going to have to do it into smaller chunks because it won't all fit. I think if it did all fit, I think if it was empty, if the sawmill was empty, then it would take it all. But we're still looking at a 2.3 ton tree currently, so that's still quite significant. I bet even that little bit there is a few hundred kilograms. Break it off. Break. Okay, well, we do know that the sawmill has got plenty to be getting on with, so I think I will just leave that there. It is going to take it, I think, especially if I cut it up, and yeah, we'll get the rest of it, but let's just sort out the harvester over here. It's 80% full. It should be able to get back down to the far end, hopefully, and then we'll have load number 3. Managed to get 93% this time because I waited until it was totally full. I'll just go back up the field again. Yeah, so this is going to be 65%. The overall contract is 70, but 65% transported. That's my guess. Oh, I'm always so close, but I have not hit the nail on the head yet. 63%. Well, not bad. Anyone fancy going through a tunnel? Through a hillside? I think it takes us to the temple. It might also take us to the BGA, possibly. But let's have a look. I've never actually been up here. Lots of trees ahead. Lots of flowers too. Whoa, we're going over the train line, are we? Nope, no, no, that's a main road. The train line is over there, yes. Yes, it does take us to the BGA. In fact, we're joining the main road. How scary. We're going to come off somewhere. Oh no. What have I got myself into? I don't want to be on here. I don't want to be on here. Okay. Well, it must end somewhere, I guess. Hutan Pantai village, yes, we'll aim for that. It's completely the wrong place though. I want to be over there somewhere. Goodness me. Hutan Pantai Temple, which we will be building one day when we have all the materials, when we have the factories to produce cement and other products. Right, well I want to come off here, I think. Yes, I want to come off here. Maybe it wasn't too far after all. But I think it's the first time I've done that in a tractor. Driving on a dual carriageway or whatever that was. Some kind of main road. Wow, it actually ended up being perfect. It brought me back to the right place. Directly back to Field and Braid. No idea how full that is. Let's just have a quick look. 44%, so that's good. I have just put another log on here, another tree. So that's filling up. But I think we're probably going to call it a day with the lumber, the tree felling. We've done pretty well. We've got everything we need. I just put this log on here to see what it would actually look like, and I don't think this machine is going to be capable of processing that somehow. But I did just cut another piece up, and it did accept it, so it's probably actually full. Pretty much, it's just processed a bit more. Obviously the production is not super fast, but once we have rested and moved on to the next day, we should have some pallets appearing, and then in the next episode we're going to be building our shed over there, most likely over there. We will have to do a bit of landscaping, but yeah, the yard extension is coming very soon. Right, let me just put the heads-up display back on again. There we go. 79%. 84% full again. That should get us back down to the bottom, and then we can unload, and then hopefully one more load after that and we'll be done. The other thing which I really want to get is greenhouses, especially chili. I want to grow chili. So we will be doing that as soon as we've got the money. It's just, at the moment, it's slow. But I was fully expecting it to be slow. Farming is not easy in the first place, and starting with very little is even more difficult. We started off with way less than on FS22. We had 3 tractors and some pretty big fields on there. On this map, tiny fields, 1 tractor. Okay, so yeah, what I wanted to show you was in here. Greenhouses. Yes, we can grow chili. You can actually get one for just £9,000. So we really should start thinking about that, although I don't think I want one that small. I think we'll save up and go for a bigger one, probably that one. Glass greenhouses also are good, but they're a bit more expensive, but they might have a smaller footprint. I think they do. So we might go for a glass greenhouse. I'm not too sure at this stage. Anyway, let's get this taken over to the canning factory. Can't decide which way to go back. I think actually the motorway might be the fastest way. %84 transported. Brilliant. So yeah, the next load is certainly going to be enough to fulfill the requirement of the contract, but it doesn't mean it will all fit. I hope it does, because some of it will sell and it will go into our bank account. We get a nice bonus for it, and it's quite a big field, so I'd expect the bonus to be quite big. I hope it is. We need it. So anyway, let's get this field finished off. Well, hopefully it's all going to fit. The machine is almost full again now, but then a full machine does not fill the trailer. So it's going to be a squeeze, but I'm just hoping that we can squeeze it in. Right, come on then, let's get this unloaded. There we go. Yeah, it's a big contract. I don't know how long it's taken. It's taken a long time. It's £11,000. That's why I'm hoping the bonus is going to be worth it. Like, you wouldn't complain at £11,000 to harvest one field if it was real life. But in Farming Simulator, we really do need lots of money, and really, £11,000 doesn't go that far at all. So we'll just let that finish, and we're 82% full. I would like to think that would fit in. I think it will. Ah, look at that. It's just left a very small strip. I'm going to take over. Yep, I'm going to take over because I can turn faster at the end. And maybe I can take it all in. Yes. Although maybe it was already taking it all in. Yeah, it was doing. So anyway, whiz up here, whiz down there, and then we're done. You can see how it's only feeding the crop up the header where there's actually a crop in the field. I've only just discovered that. If we move across, it will move across the header. It widens as the crop widens. But anyway, there we go. That was a big harvest. We're done. Let's unload. And let's finally collect our reward. Which is all going to go towards repaying the loan. Hooray! But no, indirectly it goes towards building our new yard in the next episode, which is certainly happening. Finally. Maybe it's not a priority, but I do need to do it. We do need to do it. We need to get a shed. It's going to start as just a shed. Oh no, it didn't all fit. I was concerned about that, but no, it did not all fit. So, oh, I've just crashed into my own harvester. Oh no, wait, it's rented. Ah! This is when we need to start watching our bank account, because I think even some of this load is going to go into our bank. Yes, it is. In fact, quite a significant amount. Wow. Wow. Well, that was unexpected. 16,255, and we still have about 1,000 litres left in the machine. That is amazing, because we've got 11,500 to put on top of that. $970. Oh, if anybody had managed to squeeze that, I could have just squeezed that into the load before the one we just did. Ah well. And there we go. We're done. Another £655. So to conclude, 10,637. Of course, we had a deduction because of the rented machinery, but we're up to £31,000. We are going to rest, and we're going to see if any pallets of planks, beams, or long planks spawn overnight, or are produced overnight. Here goes. I think 8 AM is perfectly fine. We get to see the beautiful stars, if it's not too cloudy, and the galaxies beyond. And there we go. Of course, we do have the loans, so yes, with loans we do have loan interest. Not good. We need to get rid of those loans. So did we produce anything overnight? No, we didn't. So it's quite slow. Hardly surprising. It's a tiny production, but eventually we will start to produce these products. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.